Critical Art Podcast with clever art and jonyfraze. Get critical. Master the art. Fight.
Welcome back to the Critical Art Podcast, and you know who it is. It's your busy boy, Clev, and the God.
Jonyfraze was good.
And we literally finger weaved and summoned another God into existence, aka Buttero, the man, the legend. Tell the folks what your real name is, sir.
This is Jonathan Buttero, Buttero J, Buttercade, the mod god in the house.
Hey,
sir.
We threw Rival Fools. There was a ton of players. We had like 50 players, man. It was kind of serious.
That's pretty insane, right?
Yeah.
Space Boy, a lot of killers came in.
Yeah, let's see. We had Savelle from the West Coast, Lucia player, of course, Space Boy. We had Prophet, Zano, Taj. Oh my God. Yeah. Anyways, you guys can check out my YouTube channel. Just look up Jonyfraze on YouTube, and you guys will be able to catch the full replay. And also just made a highlight video if you just want to get to the ending. Go ahead and check that out, man. It was really fun. And actually, the dude that won is No Respect, and No Respect is out of Cali. He's from the Bay Area, and he is also like heavily involved in the FGC out there. So he helps run the Wednesday night fights. He does like that Capcom what do you call it? Capcom like Pro Talk. I forgot exactly what the name was, but it's Capcom sanctioned. Pretty awesome, and it's really cool. Like someone that involved in the community, also kicking ass with Urian. Yeah, man.
Closing them doors,
yeah,
man. The angers and reflectors. Let's go. What we raised, like about 300, I think.
We usually like average $350, and then that gets we divvied up 70, 20, 10 to the winners. So No Respect. You know what was really cool, because he's out of a job because he was also the general manager. Esports Arena in Oakland.
He broke that down for us.
Yeah, and they had to close because of COVID. That sucked. Yeah, so he was.
Everyone with the mix-up, bro.
I hate to say.
Unblockable.
Yeah, definitely. And he was out of a job, man. So you remember what he said? What he was gonna do with the
Yeah, he's gonna buy some groceries, though.
Yo,
you know it's real, bro. You know it's real when you take the Popeyes and just gotta go get the groceries for the fam, bro.
Yeah, man.
And it's pretty awesome to help with that in a way, right?
Right. Can you imagine
cool.
like you paid for groceries because you won a Street Fighter tournament?
That's nuts, man. That's pretty cool, man.
It's kind of crazy. All right, guys. But yeah, we do have the man of the hour here.
Yes, sir.
Buttero in the house. So let's get into it, man. Just tell us about your general background, I guess. How involved fighting games were when you were young. For me, it was like basically my youth, along with like skateboarding and graffiti. But like what was it like for you? Like what games did you play when you were a kid? Like what consoles were you like glued on? What you got?
It all started every Friday night going to Papa Gino's for dinner, and they had the 4-slot MVS in the corner.
Hold on. If that's that bomb ass pizzeria, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Playing some Art of Fighting and Fatal Fury growing up.
You were a SNK person growing up.
Yeah, I mean
you still are. I know you still are.
The scene in Connecticut wasn't really that big. So, I mean, any of the arcade stuff I was playing was really just in pizza shops and convenience stores and shit. So it was mostly really SNK stuff. So
did you ever get it like a Neo Geo when you were younger, or it was just you just hit the pizza shops?
No, just the pizza shops. I mean, God, I had at one point I did have an AES and probably 50, 60 games.
Wow, damn.
Yeah, that's way too much money. That was not as a kid.
Gotcha.
That's pretty sick.
Nice.
That would be a lot of straight A's to get that.
Gotcha.
I mean, growing up, it was the console-wise Super Nintendo. Never was a Sega guy until Dreamcast came out. Genesis was meh.
What was like that iconic game, I guess, on SNES that you were, that if you were to just pick like 3 games to only play, what would it be?
Killer Instinct.
Ah, nice.
Alpha.
2?
Yeah.
2 was on NES?
Yeah, dude. Alpha 2 made it.
It really was?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was good, too.
Oh, snap.
And then, I mean, the third one's got to be Mario. just getting out of fighting games.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a classic though, man.
Super Mario World, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic. Let's fast forward a little bit. So a lot of people know you from all the custom stuff like arcade sticks. More importantly, like parts. You know, just like little things that people didn't even know they needed a solution for until they saw you make a solution for some shit, and then you're like, God damn, I need that. Because every time you drop something new, I'm like, fuck, I need that. Like now, give that to me. Right?
I can imagine this was all made out of necessity because you were tired of these fucking these buttons out and stuff like that and breaking them.
Well, yeah,
I mean that thing that actually came. Me and Wei Louie were talking one night.
Oh yeah, shout out to Wei Louie.
And God, he was talking. Layer Shift had just dropped the wrenches for all the screw-in buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And Wei didn't quite understand why we needed wrenches. Not that there's anything wrong with them. Layer Shift, he did a great job. But he's like, you just need to make something to pop out buttons because they always break. And 30 seconds later, here we are.
Right.
That was the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Buttercade makes the snap out tool for your freaking buttons that every time you hold down those goddamn like tabs on the side of the buttons, they basically break every single time, like unless you've been doing it long enough. But if you're like the first time you're removing a button, you're breaking all your buttons. So you made this little awesome tool that just pops them right out.
Yep.
So,
any 30mm or 24.
Yep. All right, but let's dial it back. So when did you actually start making like did you start with custom sticks like cases, or did you start making parts?
I mean, I started making cases back in 2009, 2010.
Okay, so like the height of the resurgence of the FGC again, right?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yep. That's cool.
Back then, stole my dad's table saw and grabbed some wood and just started pumping out curly maple sticks.
Mm-hmm.
And did that for a few years and kind of got out of it for a little bit and got back into it. God, probably, I don't know, 3-4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
All the Buttercade stuff actually came about because I got my kid some stupid little $100 toy 3D printer for his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
No intentions of ever using it for anything for what I'm doing now, and eventually evolved that one little $100 toy 3D printer for my kid that is now donated to one of his schools into a whole fleet of them.
It's crazy how they took off, right? 3D printers.
Yeah.
I mean, I still, to this day, I've got half a dozen of them running 24 hours a day, and it still amazes me that I can just hit a button, come back a couple hours later, and there's all these parts laying around.
Wow.
Oh, snap. So that's your setup. Your setup is very different printers. And you put something in them and you just let them run out, run through the night, and then you just got parts when you wake up. Like, that's sick. I didn't realize that. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
That's nuts. So that's how Buttercade started, huh? Like as far as, because like when you were making the custom sticks, how were you selling those? Was it just like SRK forums, like all the?
Yeah, it was pretty much on SRK, and I wasn't taking orders, getting a backlog or anything like that. I just in my free time build something, dye it, stain it, with the curly maple, doing all the crazy colors, making that shit pop. And popping them up for sale.
Okay, and then whoever wanted them would just buy them directly.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the Buttercade thing really just it just kind of evolved just from like that gift, huh? That's nuts.
Yeah.
I
mean that gift, and I want to say the first thing that I did for Fightsticks on a 3D printer was the bat ball. And I think I sent you the first one I ever made.
So you're telling me that like if you can just go out and buy $100 3D printer and it's just you instantly have a business if you have like an idea.
Well, I mean, $100 3D printer isn't gonna print anything that anybody's gonna pay you any amount of money for.
Okay.
But it was a starting point just to see it. I mean, just to be amazed at hey, I can hop on my computer, model something in 20 minutes, and come back a couple hours later, and it's sitting in front of me.
That's crazy. Man.
I mean, the printers I have now, range anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 a piece.
So you basically have like a makerspace in your home, correct?
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've got...
So, yeah, what do you have? What exactly do you have? Like, what makes
you gotta drop some pictures for us in the man cave section on Discord or something, bro. We need to see the back cave. We need to see the setup, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me clean it up, aren't you?
I mean, we gotta show the people how really real it is. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean, in my office, I've got 3 normal 3D printers, where you've got a spool of what looks like fucking weed whacker line feeding into the thing, and it just goes for hours. And then in the garage, I've got the laser and 2 resin printers. The resin printers I use mainly for custom order bat tops, because I can do whatever color I want. You can sand them, polish them. They look like something you'd buy from Focus Attack or Arcade Shock, but they take a while. And,
I mean, I personally have one, and they look like stone. I don't know what to tell people. It's like, it looks like a piece of marble. It's insane. It's like, oh god, it's magic actually. And that's crazy that you're just pumping them. You're pumping literally out of your garage.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's insane. So what inspires you to like make new products, or like, is it like a problem, or is it just like you want to make cool shit, or is it just like
No, it is trying to solve problems that either people have or don't know they have but are going to. I mean, like the antenna mount and the battery mount for the wireless fight board. If I never made what I made, nobody would have ever thought there was a problem for it. But you had gotten one of the test units from Brooke. Shout out Brooke, Tim.
Yep.
And that's how it all started. You told me, hey, I need something that's going to mount the battery and the antenna.
Yeah, and then like an hour later you had something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
so it's not about the money. I mean, the money's great, but it all just goes right back into it's really just a self-sustaining hobby, and I just want to make stuff that is going to help people's lives easier.
There's the way everything just transpires through necessity, and you're just making it. And Buttero's quick too, man. I don't know what it is, but you just see it,
yeah,
you make it, and it just prints the next day. There's a lot to it. It's more to it than what he's saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have a real example of that, because like we were one day
the lag switch.
Oh yeah. So yeah. If you guys actually want a real lag switch, like how we all clown on like, yo man, this guy has a lag switch. Like goddamn well these guys, like, who has time to like hit the lag switch? Like what, in the middle of a combo? Like no one really has a lag switch. But if you actually want a lag switch,
if you're trying to interrupt CPT, you're trying to win Evo.
You're trying to win Evo. It's actually kind of relevant right now, so this actually might be a thing.
A little boost, you know what I mean? That you need that assist, that unforeseeable assist, the lag switch.
Oh my god. No way. Anyway, it is possible, people, so, just saying. So what's your thoughts, like, in general about, I mean, you kind of said it a little bit, it's self-sustaining, but like, you and I are kind of in the same kind of business, right? And like, there's not many of us. There's like me, you, like fucking, like I could probably, there's like 5 people that I can actually say. And then there's the retailers, which are a real business, which, but those guys probably do that for, like I know Focus Attack, that's what Jaleel Focus Attack does. Like he does nothing else. It's not a side business. That's his business. But we are of this like little subgenre of like, like makers that kind of serve the community. Do you think that that's the only space that we have, or
No, I mean, and I think you and I both have kind of proved that isn't the only space. I mean, you have the B&B going through Focus Attack, and your artwork going through there. I've got 75% of the stuff I make being retailed not only at Buttercade.com, but also on Focus Attack, and soon to be available elsewhere.
Right.
So no, I mean, it's not just a little niche market anymore. If you have the means to produce the product and it's something that people want, the retailers are going to scoop it up.
People that don't really know me, and maybe you get this all the time too, like and maybe E too, especially on the artist tip, like they actually ask like, oh, is this what you really do for your main source of income?
Oh yeah, I get it all the time.
Yeah.
This is just a hobby.
It's just a hobby. So, I mean, do you think that it's something that you're going to take full time, or is that kind of just depend on the numbers?
It depends on the numbers. I mean, I would love to, but it's also, I mean, a market where there's 3 big players in it, and personally, I don't really think there's room for, a 4th or a 5th. Well, if the wholesale numbers got big enough, sure. I mean, I would absolutely love to dedicate all of my time to this. But currently, no, it's not feasible. I can't feed my family and pay the mortgage off of this.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I get that question all the time too, and you know, I'm kind of like in the same space where you are. You know, but I'm trying other things like to get it to a point where maybe it's possible, you know. So I'm not there yet, but I'm like really fishing for a way to actually try to make it happen. So I don't know, man. And I think there's a lot of people out there with a lot of ideas and they just don't know how to execute. So
3D printing is the way, if it's something, at least in this market. You know, I mean, it's not just usable for little things like ball tops and button poppers. I mean, I can now walk downstairs, hit a button, and wake up tomorrow, and there's going to be a 14-inch Fightstick case sitting on the printer waiting for me.
Yeah, that's insane.
Sick,
it's
bro.
Insane. Yeah.
You know, I mean, so it's not just little trinkets. Even if it's just prototyping to then get something injection molded and mass produced, it is a very cost-effective entry-level way to get into any market, not just this.
Like any crafting business type, you know, situation, you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
As far as like our relationship with myself and Clev over here, we started when, man, like you kind of kicked us off inadvertently. So like our paths are. I just want to say
thank you, Buttero.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, bro. Literally our first freaking purchase for the layout.
Yeah. Like we started like the first one was our boy Zano, because he got like some new parts and was like, can you make art for us? Because we're like, yeah, sure.
The Nash one.
Yeah, the Nash one. Yeah. And then, you know, I've just been doing like Photoshop, which I still do, you know, those like Photoshop collages, like the, you know, things that everyone else does. But then like when Clev came aboard, like literally you commissioned, like, hey, can you do this for me? And like we basically created our business off that first project that we did. Yeah,
that energy, bro.
Yeah, it was
that's why I'm mad thankful, bro. Whenever Buttero needs something, it's whatever. Like that's the way I feel at this point.
Absolutely.
I mean, God, we've probably done a good 10 or 12 now, huh?
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, we did 3 just for Sam's show.
Yeah,
that's right.
Three for Sam's show. We had the two Batman ones for my kid's birthday.
Right. We did a couple B&B. You have a B&B.
Yeah.
We made one for Tech Toro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And there was the GB&B.
Yeah, the G one.
Oh my God, bro. Who
owns that now?
Dylan.
Yeah, dude. That guy is like the biggest, like, yo, if Dylan's listening, you are the biggest Fightstick nerd I know right now.
Yeah,
he loves it.
Every time I put up half of my shit for sale, he buys them all.
I believe it.
Dylan has the only magenta crown in existence.
Jesus. Shout out to that guy.
God. And then I think you commissioned us for the Alice too, which is also my favorite.
Yes. Man. That is
that one opened though. Yo, I don't know what it is, but every time Buttero commissions me for something, he like sets a trend where everybody comes out of everywhere asking for commissions for that specific style, bro. You know how many requests I got for that? You literally opened the floodgates to my local dispensary folks, bro.
I know.
Jesus Christ. Man, it was a wild couple weeks after that one dropped. Man. I gotta say that.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, we did a full commission for the new Butter Bomber fight stick, which is like one of my favorite sticks ever. And of course, we did an Alice in Wonderland theme, and it's not even like a nice Alice in Wonderland theme. It's literally just like danked out. Like these guys are
trippy, bro. I love it.
I gotta play to East strengths.
Yeah.
He knows. Yeah, he knows. I got a question for you, Buttero. What was your first FGC event? Like, what was your first experience?
You're gonna laugh. I've only ever been to one.
Really?
Only ever been to one. Evo last year. That was it.
No way.
Yeah.
It was just Evo?
That was it.
Damn,
wow,
man. That was last year, right?
That was last year. I mean, background, I've been in the car business for 20 years now, working 70, 80 hours a week, so I never had the time.
Gotcha.
And last year, I decided to last minute book a trip to Evo, quit my job, and just go. And when I came back, I found another job.
So you never thought about going to CEO?
There's final round in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, that's closer.
Just, all these things are on Friday and Saturday, and that's when I'm busy at work.
That's true. I mean, think about it, Clev. Like when ECT comes around, we have to like take the time off and.
Dude, it's more than just it's prepping for the weekend.
Yeah.
And then it's prepping for then it's like when you're there, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Think about.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just gonna pop up and post up. Like you gotta prepare. You don't know where you're gonna be at. You don't know where you're gonna be seated at. You know what I mean? So it's a lot.
I mean, do you think that like if you have more time that you'd like to actually attend events to kind of set up a little pop-up retail? Or
I was planning on going to just about everything this year, and then fucking COVID happened.
Right?
Well, we were too, right?
Yep. Like Rick from Combo Breaker was literally like in our face at ECT and was like, "Come to Combo Breaker."
Yeah,
we're like, "Fuck!" Like, he's like, "Just come." He's like, "I got you guys, but anything you need, just come." And I was like, "Damn." Yeah.
I'm hoping that once I decide to go back to work, I'm not going to go back into the same business, and hopefully I'll just have more free time and be able to do this more.
Awesome, man. So what's in the pipeline right now? So if you guys go to buttercade.com, what's your high ticket thing? Is it like the tools? Is it the Butter Bomber? If you guys haven't seen the Butter Bomber, it's like the coolest arcade stick. It's something that it's amazing. It looks like a stealth bomber, first of all. Right?
So cool.
And in the one that I got is literally just black, just matte black, like gray, black and gray. I made it like a stealth bomber because I think that's like the sleekest way that should be presented. You guys can go nuts. Like with the Alice one's like the total opposite. It's completely fucking nuts. But like, go check out the bomber. I know the tools are popping, but like,
Yeah, I mean, it's the bomber, it's the snap outs, and surprisingly, I mean, I don't ever see anybody posting up any builds with magentas, but I probably sell 20-30 magenta gates a week.
Oh wow!
Wait, that's like what different types of gates? Like
so I mean, the only thing available from Paradise is your normal square gate. They don't offer anything else.
So you have like an octo gate?
So I've got an octo, I've got a circle, and I actually just put up today, because I've been getting a lot of requests for it, a Seimitsu octo gate. So it's got like the little humps for each corner instead of being angular like the Sanwa. So that actually got released today. It surprises me because I never see anybody using them, but a huge seller. That and the auto spring delete.
Wow.
That is honestly probably the number one thing I sell.
That's pretty crazy. So like you are actually catering directly to the community. Like they'll say, I need this, and
yeah, I think that's so important. Right? I think that's a space that you could definitely capitalize more on, because you are like a kind of one-on-one with the client. Like you need this if you can't do this SPD on this side or whatever, you make a new freaking device that helps them. Like you are literally the one-on-one client. That's awesome. Like I think there's definitely a necessity for that, especially with the 3D printers and stuff like that.
Absolutely nothing is too bizarre of a request. I mean, I've helped a couple of disabled gamers.
That's amazing.
Disabled vets lost an arm or something, so they're missing from the elbow down. I've created cup ball tops so they can rest their elbow into it and control.
Sick.
I mean, it's really, like I said, it's all about you guys. It's not about the money.
That's awesome.
It's just solution provider.
That's awesome.
And it's definitely that type of energy. You definitely give off that energy. It's just straight love. It's awesome, bro. I mean, you can sense it immediately when you ask for something, but I got you. I mean, bat tops I got from you. I got like some sick ass skull bat tops here. I got a butter bomber waiting for me, bro. We've been so busy. I have not yet able to make the artwork yet for that. I've been itching at this thing.
Oh, you got the purple one, right?
I got the perp. I got the purple.
You got my goal. The only built for Cuban Links Raekwon stick.
Yeah, exactly. My goal is to make it look like, I've been telling Buttero this for like a year or so, is to make it look like my old school clear purple Game Boy Color.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So I got it here, and I just got to find time, bro. We've been crazy busy, bro. We opened up the queue. We got 3 people already on the list already. Wow, it's been crazy.
Yeah, another one of those. What's how you duking? You're doing one?
Yes.
He's doing a bomber.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's doing it with you, I believe.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, he's waiting. He's waiting for us. He's waiting for us.
He's waiting for us. He's on the queue, and I think it's I forget her name, the samurai chick from Grand Blue.
Narnia.
Yes. At first it was Jury, but he's going for the Narnia. They're both awesome, so I'm okay with either choice. So
I'm excited to see what you do for Layer Shift with the Killer Instinct.
I've already. He requested a Fulgor with the smoke.
That's gonna be so dope.
So I gotta make them both look god. Like I already had the composition laid down. I'm in the sketching stage right now, so I just don't want to show him this yet because I know he wants to see it, and I just don't want to show him this yet. You know what I mean?
Don't show Layer till it's done.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Like, I just want to hit him with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm keeping all eyes from it at the very moment. But yeah, we're working on that, and it's pretty awesome because it's for John's, Espada. The Espada, which has so much space, and this is why I love your Butter Bomber and I love Johnny's B&B and the Espada, because as an artist, from an artist's perspective, bro, the buttons take up a lot of space and people don't realize that. When I have the side corners to all to myself, I feel so free. I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to be free.
Yeah. We were, you know what, John, we were working on the Mad Catz TES, like the one with the Shadowloo thing.
Yeah.
For somebody, and we were fucking cursing at, I'm like,
that is the worst.
It's the worst.
Absolute worst design for you guys.
Yeah, we're sitting there like, God damn it, there's no space for nothing.
I'm so mad at that thing, bro.
I mean, that, and imagine if Victrix had a customizable top.
Damn.
With all the buttons and the touchpad and everything up top.
What are you excited about? Like, excited about PS5? Anything in the gaming realm? Is it games or is it the tech?
No, I'm actually excited. Somebody finally released a mod for the Neo Geo Arcade Stick Pro, and it's got Samurai Showdown 5 Perfect on it. So somebody over the weekend, they released a hack for it. It's got all 148 or 149, basically the whole Neo Geo collection. Including Samurai Showdown Perfect, which wasn't released until 2 weeks ago when the Neo Geo collection came out on the Epic Game Store, and somebody's already ripped it, made a ROM for it, and it's working in MAME and all that, but now I can play it on my 65-inch TV on the Neo Geo Arcade Stick Pro. I'm actually working on a mod for the bomber to be able to take all the shit out of that ugly ass case and make a bomber work plugged into your TV and play all the Neo Geo shit.
Fuck, that's awesome. Let's talk about Sanjux. So if you guys don't know what Sanjux is, you can probably explain better than I can, but he is a maker, right?
Yeah, he's a one-man show in Korea. Who started off modding JLFs to work for Tekken, and then has gone through an evolution, created a V2, which was some really shitty grommet-based stick, the V3, which is available now, which is kind of like a cross between a JLF and a Seimitsu LS56, I guess. It's got levered switches, really tight, no dead zone, no slap, anything like that. Full machined Delrin in aluminum. And he's got the V5, which is like a Crown on steroids. But he's got, he told me today, he's got 2 new levers coming out, which hopefully when I run the next buy will be available. One of them is a V5C, where the collar is going to act like a gate, so you can switch collars from square, circle, octagon, all that. And then the V6, he didn't really tell me much about that yet, but that's been going pretty well. I mean, the last time I did the buy, we sold a little over 100 levers in 2 days. I had to shut it off. Because he wouldn't be able to do anymore. And this is one man machining these on the weekend after his normal job.
That's insane. Yeah, and so if you guys are kind of hearing this, and you're not into the whole modding fight stick scene, these are kind of the most coveted joysticks right now that you can buy. They're literally one-offs. Every one is a masterpiece. I own from the last group I actually own, one of each. They're just insane. They're nuts. Like I don't even want to use them because they're so kind of like beautifully made. They're just sitting here, and I actually enjoy not having to play. I just like taking them out and showing people that I have them. I'm like, look, I got a V5, bro. Right? And it's just like everyone's just like, holy shit, how'd you get one of those? Right? And then I have to talk about, how Buttero over here imports them from Korea like they're crack. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like literally like fighting game crack. It's weird.
Yeah. This last buy went so well, he kind of made me a trophy. I can't wait to get this box in. He machined a V5 out of Lexan for me. So it's going to be like basically a see-through V5.
That's crazy.
Sick.
Wow.
Yeah, it's I mean, prior to this, you had to know somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody, or figure out how to get to this guy through some Korean website or Korean chat programs and send money through basically the Korean equivalent of Western Union. And hope and pray that he got it and something would show up at your doorstep, So I am now doing all of the U.S. distribution, and sadly, every time I place an order, he basically closes up shop for 2 months. Thanks to Mr. Daniel Borelli, scooping up every perfect 360 available under the sun. By the end of the year, I will have an optical setup out for the IL levers.
Okay, so
you heard it here first.
Nice. So all you American joystick fans, like all
you Marvel players,
yeah, yipes if you're listening. Yeah, that's kind of incredible. And if you guys don't know the significance of that, basically it eliminates you to ever really replace any mechanical parts inside the joystick. It's all optical, so it registers the inputs through light, measuring light. So there's really like minimal mechanical parts inside those things. So like typical arcade sticks just have switches, and the switches go out eventually. You can replace a switch, but you still have to replace it. But
yeah. Speaking of which, what do you think of that Shuriken PCB?
Oh, so yeah, I have shout out to Bitbang Gaming. Yep. Yeah. Sent me a prototype of this new product that essentially, instead of you having to buy the part that basically breaks all the time when you can't press up anymore in your arcade stick, you just buy this Sanwa PCB that you drop in. You could just replace the up portion of it instead of like the whole board. It's super cool. It's actually like, once it's installed, I can't tell the damn difference, like whether I'm playing on a standard setup or not, but it's just nice.
And I mean, that's kind of the point. I like it because coming from Korean levers, which use very heavy switches, the JLF switches seem very light. So I put 400 gram force switches in mine.
Right. Yep. Or I mean, I don't know if it's even possible. There's something but maybe you can make your own silent setup, something like that.
Yeah.
Like sky's the limit. Or you can even do dumb things like if you want your left and right to be, tighter, or like more force, and then up and down you want to be like easy, you could do that too. Like, I don't know. I don't know the application for that, but it's possible.
If you're one of those people that whenever you try and dash, you wind up doing a forward dump. Say, put a stiffer switch in the up, and that problem's gone.
That's insane, right? So like, there's like literally things that we haven't even thought about yet that this thing kind of opens up. So yeah, I'm excited about it. Yeah, I know he's still kind of tweaking the design a little bit, but that should be super fun.
Hopefully he still uses that aluminum PCB. I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah. So check that out, guys. It's Bitbang Gaming. You can go check out some of the cool stuff that he makes. He makes some PCBs too for like retro stuff. So go check that out.
I got 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
One, what would be for beginners, modders, like who are just getting into it, what would be the fight stick of choice to get all this modding experience on? Would you know, or it just doesn't matter?
I mean, for cost of entry, I mean, just an old school TE. There's so much shit out there.
Oh, Mad Cat CE.
Yeah. There's just so much out there, so much you can do to them. But as far as actually learning how to build and wire and do anything like that, either John's B&B or the Bomber.
That's dope. And my second question, like, how do you feel about this character, this crossover with For Honor? Like, how do you feel? Tell us the truth.
I don't know what the fuck they were thinking.
I didn't even hear about this. Really?
I really don't know what. Bro, they put a fucking knight in shining armor in fucking Sam Show.
Bro, he's generic, and he looks generic.
bro, he's only got two fucking special moves. He's got a parry and a shoulder tackle.
What is going on? Why? I've been trying to analyze the decision here. Like,
very high damage, a lot of gimmicks. But what the fuck? I mean, you just had a crossover with Soul Calibur. I'm expecting Mitsurugi or fucking Ivy or something.
Anybody
Mitsu?
from Guilty Gear.
And I get the fucking Tin Man. Next up is the fucking Scarecrow.
Bro, I just don't understand what they're doing, bro. They really should be focused on the GGPO or the robot.
Right, exactly. I mean, that game started off so fucking good, and now it's just dead.
For real.
Yeah, I
love the Sam show. That Sam show I loved. I played a lot of it, bro.
We played a lot.
We played a lot of that Sam show.
Yeah, I got a pretty good Tam. I got a pretty good Tam.
Yeah, I got my Yu-Gi-Oh! Still
godlike. Your Yu-Gi-Oh's godlike.
My Yu-Gi-Oh's godlike.
Yeah. Yeah, we should just play.
It's still the game I play the most. It just fucking sucks having to play the computer all the time because there's nobody on.
Yeah. That's right. So growing up, it was mostly SNK because those were the cabs available at the pizza shop.
Yeah.
So that's how you basically got. So the guy who owned the pizza shop was pure SNK.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the pizza shop, the Walmart, the fucking Wawa or whatever corner convenience store. I mean, most of them just had MVS cabs. I don't know if it was.
I wonder if the scene over there. That's really weird choice at.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. I mean, we didn't grow up that far away, but like everything around me was like a fake Capcom cab.
Yeah, no. I mean, I had one real arcade near me. It was at a mall. Mm-hmm. And even then, I mean, if they had a Street Fighter 2 or a Super Street Fighter 2 or something, it wasn't a Capcom cab. It was a generic American cab that they threw a fucking PCB in. Mm-hmm. But even then, most of the stuff that was popping up there was either Mortal Kombat or Killer Instinct. There was never any Street Fighter, Marvel, nothing like that.
Crazy how different areas you got different, games.
Yeah, but bro, I was an hour from you. I mean, I grew up in Connecticut.
Yep.
That's right.
So I mean, I wasn't even that far away, but it was just totally different.
But Connecticut is now MK scene heavy. Is it? I think
a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. So
are you excited for the new King of Fighters? And they haven't showed us anything, bro. Like
nothing at all. I'm excited and I'm scared at the same time because 14 was a fucking failure.
If you had to pick KOF that you would love for the fighting game mechanics to be based off, which KOF would it be?
It would.
Because I just recently saw a tournament with Yipes and NYC Ferb, and they were doing 98. KOF 98.
Yeah, 98's like the game.
98 or 12-13.
Dude, 13's awesome. We played 13 a lot, right, E?
Yeah, 13.
13 is fucking dope as shit, and then 14 is shit.
I love 13. The art style's 13, dope.
Everything's dope. They changed the colors, I believe, too, in that, too. Yeah.
13 was dope, but no, I mean, the standard for KOF tournaments has always been 98.
98, yeah.
98.
Like, you remember that dude Xiaohai from China?
Yeah.
That kid, and he got good at Street Fighter 2, but like he's the best 98 player, KOF 98 player in China, and probably the world. Like he used to beat people with one hand. Yeah, 98's like kind of the game. Damn.
Yeah, I hope they did it good this time.
Word.
When we're gonna get a trailer or something. Crazy.
Buttercade.com.
Buttercade.
Yep.
Buttercade.com. At ButteroJ on Instagram and Twitter.
Hopefully this wasn't too nerdy for you guys.
This is definitely good. The modders are going to be in love with this one.
Yeah,
they're gonna love it.
There's a lot of gems that we covered, and a lot of even new tech that I didn't even know. Shit, I learned some stuff today.
We got this interview with Buttero. I believe I want to set up another one with Lee from Punch Planet.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
So we might do something like that, or we'll give you another subject episode soon next week, whatever it works out.
All right, guys. So once again, this has been the Critical Art Podcast. We had your boy JonyFraze over here, Clev, and the Mod God. Yep. Buttero in the house. All right, guys. We will see you guys next episode, and thanks for listening. Peace, guys.
Peace.
Peace.